Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? It's your man Sergeant Show coming to you live from New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, everybody. I've got news. So I just thought I'd take a few minutes, fill you guys in on the news first. Check out my fresh new look for the fresh new year. All right. Now, Cookie Joe says that I look better with a long beard. But I see myself in a short beard and I think, I think I look better in a short beard. So this is where I want to see some of you get in the comments and say which one is better for my face, for my look, long beard, short beard. And by the way, you don't have to be nice. I know how to take a comment. That's for damn sure. So get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the beard. Either way, this is what it is now. Once you take it, you can't give it back. I mean, it'll grow back within a year. You won't even be able to tell the difference between a year from now and right before I cut it. So that's the way the beard grows. It's no big deal. But I like it. And boy, my ready time is way faster. Way faster to ready now. So, second thing you can see, we've done a little overhaul to the studio. Added in a nice decorative shelf that my dad built for me so I can display some of my favorite glassware and mugs. Got a new chair, got rid of the old chair that was sitting behind me. So, got a couple new signs coming in. You'll see some more changes to the studio over the next couple of days, but we did a little refresh, a little remodel. Looks nice in here. The other news is, as it is now January 1st, you'll see that I am sitting here with a cup of coffee. And you think, wow, that's weird for Sergeant Show to be sitting around drinking coffee. I bet you there's whiskey in there. No, there's no whiskey in here. That's just regular black coffee. It's dry January. I think this will be my 4th year of doing dry January. So, next 30 days, next 31 days, no alcohol. I will probably be drinking a ton of coffee, tea, water, maybe some Gatorade. My liquid intake, it's funny enough, during dry January stays at about the same amount of intake of liquid. I just have to switch out the alcohol for other liquid. So, you know, this will be my 4th one, and I have never really got on here and talked about it that much. I hear a lot of people that swear by doing dry January or sober October, whichever one that they do. I know that 30 days to 31 days, there's a lot of scientific data out there that says, like, if you can give your liver that much time without processing alcohol, that it does quite a bit of self recovery. And that's kind of what the 1 month taking off alcohol started with and was all about, because you get the most amount of results in the least amount of time with a 30-day sober period. I personally have not really noticed a huge difference when I'm not drinking and when I'm drinking. Obviously, no hangovers when you're not drinking, which is nice. But I've heard a lot of people say that they sleep a lot better when they've been, not right away, but once they've been off the alcohol for several weeks, that they start sleeping a lot better. Has never really been the case with me. I sleep worse when I'm not drinking during that 30 days. I do notice a little bit of increase in energy and focus, which makes sense, right? I mean, especially the focus part. It's hard to stay focused when you're 5 beers into your evening. You're doing something 1 minute and then you're doing something else the next minute. That's just how it works. And so you stay on task a little bit better and have a little bit more energy, but nothing significant. I would not say that dry January has ever made me feel significantly better or worse. Um, I I would say that my, like upset stomach and things like that probably, it helps that out just a little bit too. One of these years, what I really need to do is I need to mix dry January with a nice 30-day diet of some kind, where I really am watching what I'm putting into my body, seeing what happens when you take out all the toxins of not only alcohol, but, processed foods and fast foods and all that kind of stuff, and kind of put it into maybe a 30-day exercise routine and see if I can get the most out of that 30 days possible. seems a little silly knowing that in February I'm probably going to go right back to the way that things were. But, if you can do it for 30 days, you could theoretically do it forever, or you could just stop after 30 days. So I have not really struggled with dry January as a lot of people probably would have expected me to. Um, it's really not just kind of whenever I'm looking at that kind of temptation, I kind of break it down to its root cause. So not drinking can be a very complicated thing because of social pressure and your own personality and circumstances, and there's just a lot of things in your mind that you think about when you think about, do I drink or not? But at the end of the day, when you really think about it, it's pretty simple not to drink alcohol. You just don't have alcohol in a cup and go like this, right? Like if this doesn't happen, then you don't drink alcohol. And that doesn't take, like all the other crap, all the other external influences and pressure and social anxiety and blah, 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 blah. It really comes down to, it can be as simple as just don't have alcohol in your hand and go like that, and then you won't drink. And so it's really been fairly easy for me. I've tried quitting, like I used to dip. I had a way harder time quitting dipping than I've had not drinking alcohol during January. I've been kind of an on again, off again cigar smoker, and I find that way harder to kick than drinking. For me, whenever I'm like, hey, we're not drinking this month, it's just like we just kind of stop. So luckily, it hasn't been a big deal for me. Of course, there's a few situations during the month where you think, oh, I would always get a beer in this situation. But it's just a small change in mindset to get you that 30 days health benefit. And then, if you want to go back, that's the thing. I feel like maybe one of these times at the end of dry January, I'll just be like, hey, let's keep it going. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't wanted to do it yet. I'm always ready for February 1st so that I can go out and grab a beer with my buddies and do a couple of beer reviews. But we'll see how it goes this year. So I would like to put out some other content. I do think I've got a couple of folks lined up to come in and do preposterous questions, which I don't know if you guys remember preposterous questions. It's one of the funniest things that we've ever done on the channel. So I'll probably do a couple of those this month while I'm not doing beer reviews. Of course, karaoke. I want to do a karaoke live event coming up one of these weekends where we can do some requests and get the chat going. Also, would really like to do a cooking video this year. And it's been a while since we've done a game show, so I'd like to get a game show done. I try to take January to get some other content in so that we can develop some other parts of the channel besides just the beer reviews. Although I have to say, the beer reviews are my favorite because I get to drink beer and have fun, and they're pretty easy to edit, unlike all the other stuff where I got to spend like 4 hours in front of the computer to put a product out for you to view. But that's okay. That's what we do for you show-offs. Bringing you all kinds of entertainment here on Sergeant's Show. Me and the crew are always ready to throw down on something fun and record it and put it on here so that you can watch it and hopefully enjoy it also. So lots of good stuff coming up in January. Alcohol not included. We will see you guys very soon. We're Oscar Mike.